Okay, so this is Basic Node and Express Part 7. We're going to jump back into more middleware. First thing to keep in mind is middleware is intercepting those routes. So that means in your code on Replit, you want to put this right at the beginning. So any middleware that you're using, put those blocks of code right at the beginning of in myapp.js. Next, so it'll basically tell you right here how we want it to appear. So function, request, response, next. If we go back to Replit, we're using app.use, very similar to how we did it down here. So app.use, request, response, next. And here we're going to do console.log. Make sure that these match up. So if this says request, this should say request. If this is REQ, this should be REQ. For console.log, what it wants us to do is basically over here on the console, we want to spit out what method it's using to get the data, the path, and also the IP that it's basically accessing. So that can be done. You enclose everything in a backtick, and then you use the $ before each variable. So method will be get path / and then the IP. Make sure that you have a dash in between these. It's required by freeCodeCamp. Put a space before the dash and also a space after the dash, and then you just end it with next. So it goes on to the next task. So here if we take a look at what it says, so just request, response, next, console.log, next, and then we end the function. And then here you can see the different requirements that they have. So how do we know if it's working? So let's run this. Okay. And right here, so this is how we know that it's working. So console.log, so it's putting the information out onto the console. So get is our method. Once again, the / is the path, and then our dash in between, and then the IP for the server. All right, so after all that's done, we checked our work. We can go ahead and copy this live link and paste it in here, and it should pass. All right, and it's on to the next part.